Welcome everyone to Jola Winery and our recipe of the month. Today we're going to make an Alfredo sauce. Very versatile sauce. It starts off as one of the classic 5 mother sauces. So we're going to make a bechamel sauce, which is a classic mother sauce. We'll talk more about that in a moment. We're going to start off making a roux. Simply roux is just equal parts, high quality butter and some flour. So just going to take and melt that butter down. When that butter's melted, we'll add a little bit of flour to that and thicken it up. I'll show you that in a moment. Be right back. While that butter's melting for the roux, we're going to add some garlic and onion to the mix. Simple, quick, easy way to mince your garlic. You just take your garlic clove like that. We've taken the end off, that little brown end. Just take it and mash it, and it's pretty much already minced. Just quickly, coarsely run the knife through there. And there you have a little minced garlic. That quick and easy. So this butter is pretty well melted here. So we're going to take this butter that's melted and eyeball it. We've made this roux in the past. We basically eyeball it, but it's equal parts. So I got about 2 tablespoons of butter in there, so we'll add 2 tablespoons of flour. So you can see that in here. And a lot of times what you can do is do different levels of roux, like go to a blonde stage even, and then a little bit darker, which they do a lot in Louisiana for their gumbos. But here, we don't want to discolor that beautiful Alfredo sauce. So I use a roux and make a classic bechamel. You could also, instead of using this thickening agent, just temper in an egg yolk with no whites, and that'll add that creamy, thick texture as well. But we're going to start with this nice bechamel sauce, a classic mother sauce, one of the classic French sauces. So now that's going to get thickened up. I'm going to add the garlic in right now, believe it or not. Sweat that out a little bit so it doesn't burn. And then we'll add a little bit of minced red onion. And that roux really doesn't have a lot of flavor, so it's going to add a little bit of salt to the roux and pepper. I like to add a little bit extra pepper. It's a really creamy, rich, decadent sauce, so a little backdrop of pepper really, I think, evens it out. So now, if Chris, you want to take a look at that roux. Now before I add the cream to it, in a classic mother sauce it'd be just milk, I'm going to add a little bit of white wine. I like the acid and some of that fruitiness. This adds a nice complexity, but you see how that's getting nice and thick already? Let's add a little bit of white wine. Now we're going to add the cream. And you basically add the cream, heavy cream. This is not light cream. This is not half and half. It's not milk. God forbid, do not use 2% or 1% milk. That's like asking for chunky monkey and getting frozen yogurt. So we're just going to put this cream in and thicken that up. So this heavy cream, this will get super thick. We'll get all those bits and pieces out of there and everything really well homogenized and smooth. We'll cook it over low heat. And I'm going to get a whisk. And we'll be right back. Now we're cooking down this bechamel sauce. Now this sauce is super flexible and versatile. That's why it's a classic sauce, a French sauce, one of the 5 classics. You have Espagnole, velouté, tomato sauce, and hollandaise sauce are the other 4. So what happens here at this stage, you add some Parmesan cheese, some Colby shredded, some shredded cheddar cheese. This is your base for homemade mac and cheese, which is how we do it here at Jolo. So this is what you'd make your mac and cheese out of by just adding shredded cheese and then your elbow macaroni, whatever type of macaroni. So we're getting this nice and thick. You can see how thick that's getting. It's going to coat the pasta beautifully. So while that's reducing a little bit, what we're going to do is quickly sear off some scallops. Some shrimp. So you can do this with scallops, you can do it with any type of fish, of course. This basic sauce, you have leftover turkey, you turn this into turkey tetrazzini. Add some chopped turkey from your Thanksgiving or Christmas or holiday party. Add some peas and some mushrooms over pasta, turkey tetrazzini. Bake it in the oven, some breadcrumbs, do a nice oven-baked turkey tetrazzini. So super flexible, great way to get rid of leftovers, ham, turkey, even put ground beef in there, it's delicious. So we get that pan getting hot for the shrimp. So you've seen me cook seafood before. I like to use high heat for a short period of time, get a nice little brown to the outside. So I'm going to take the shrimp here, a little bit of salt and pepper. Like that. Mix it up so all the sides are delicious. So when that's going, I'm going to drop this beautiful pappardelle pasta. So these are giant, giant egg noodles, which adds to some of the rich creaminess of that Alfredo sauce. A really decadent meal here, but super easy to make. I'm already done. So when that pasta is cooked, this whole meal is taking me about 15 minutes to prepare. So there's that gorgeous butter. I'm going to take the shrimp. Looks like a lot of butter, I know, but don't forget the backbone of this is butter and cream. So you'll see how we finish it here in a moment. So get the nice and hot, we get the pasta cooking. We'll be right back to show you how to finish this. You can see I have the one side nice and brown. I'm just going to turn the shrimp over, just like this. And I'm going to leave it right here. That shrimp will be cooked at this carryover temperature very, very quickly. So let that sit for about a minute, and that'll be perfectly al dente in the middle. It won't be tough and chewy. So just get this pappardelle stirred up. We're going to take this gorgeous Alfredo sauce here. Get a nice creamy goodness in there, the onion and the garlic. So what we're going to do is just add a little bit of Parmesan snow to that. So just grated Parmesan cheese. Just get the real wheel and shred it yourself. You don't want wood chunks and all the other additives they add to the stuff in the can in the store. So that's a beautiful fresh Parmesan. It makes a big difference. So look at that Parmesan cheese. Look at that. That pasta, when it's cooked, we're going to assemble it all together. I'll show you that when we come back next. All right, so we're back. We're going to do the assembly. So you can take this pasta and put it through a strainer. What I like to do is take the pasta directly into that nice little brown butter and the shrimp and all that nectar from the shrimp juice that cooked out, and just add the pasta while it's still warm with a little bit of that water, believe it or not, it'll help thin out that Alfredo. So just kind of straining it like that. We're going to turn the heat up just real quickly, and we're going to just toss all that. That pasta has no salt and pepper. We're going to put a little salt and pepper. It's called layering. It's a little salt and pepper. Like that. And then we're going to take this Alfredo sauce. Right over. And cook all that down. Look at that. Let me tell you, there's not a person that you feed this to unless you're lactose intolerant that won't absolutely love this. This with a glass of Golden Hallows Reserve perhaps, nice oak-aged wine. Well, look at that gorgeous one-pot cooking again. I'm going to put that right in a gorgeous bowl. I like wide rims, kind of like a frame on a picture. Of course, you're going to top that with a little bit of Parmesan snow, a little bit of parsley, and just a little bit of pepper. Bon appetit and happy holidays from the Jolo family. We'll see you soon.